AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man. One person in the building. Hit that like button, one person. Hit that like button. I appreciate it even if it was one person. Remember when there was nobody on here, AllBall?
So you gotta be grateful, my brother.
Humble is as humble does, baby Bubba. How you feeling, AllBall? Oh, we got 4 people. Stop playing with us. Yeah.
Listen, I can't complain. A little tired, but shit, I'm here, man. You know, when it comes to talking sports, that gets me right up.
Yo. Sound man. Never seen you before. I'm sorry, Sound man. The first time seeing your name, man. Sound man sounds ill. And thank you for having us, my brother. He smashed that like button. Thank you very much. I ain't gonna lie, AllBall. Ooh, Miss Mac in the building.
Oh, that's family right there. Miss Mac. What's happening? That's family right there, man. Hold on. She gets the beautiful, the lovely Miss Mac is in the building. That's fit. Yeah, that's family right there. What up, Miss Mac? Love always.
Sound man, I appreciate you watching, regardless, because all that stuff counts, man. When you hit the like button, even if you watch, it doesn't matter when you watch us. Just the fact that you know who we are and just support, just to even say I got you, bro. That, like, you know, as much as we talk shit over here, we are humbled. You see, AllBall took the cornrows out. He back to AllBall Einstein. He ain't playing with you.
They be back in. Experiment. They can go down. Now I gotta find somebody that's nice with it. Yeah, but listen, we turn it back to hands of time. Flea, what up, Flea?
Traveling Flea. God bless him and his family, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Beautiful weekend for them. Oh, the sporting page is in the building. Sporting page says, wow, what an incredible season by you guys. Great show this year, and respect to Flea as well. Sporting page, always appreciate you, always showing love, even on Twitter and everything. You know, like I said, all that stuff, it means a lot to us because we start from the ground up. I'm gonna give a shout out, AllBall, to Knicks Fan TV, because what he said the other day was kind of ill. We said this is like his 3rd year running this full time and all that, and he's been doing this for quite some time. So we've been doing this for a couple of years now. We can't even count anymore. I can't count anymore. And the ups and downs of this game, of any game in general, but the give back. See y'all commenting. Robert Paulson in the building. Flea Braun, Flea load managing. Easy on Flea today, RP. Easy on Flea. Santa and Einstein in the building. Thank you very much. Soundman says, appreciate you guys, and you guys are always entertaining. And of course, it wouldn't be a show if Flea didn't send RP straight to hell. Come on, man. That's how we do it up here. All love, baby Bubba. But Flea's listening. He's gonna hate this. I was listening to the CLIPSE album, man. It's good. But there's always something missing with them. My man, shout out to my man Tommy Maggs. He said, yo, man, not for nothing, but I get sick of this chandelier rap after a couple minutes, man. What are they rapping about?
You lucky I can't do the evil laugh.
He said the Basquiat this. Come on, man. Like you still selling away from 88, bro. Come on, man. Enough is enough. Even listen, respectfully, God bless them and their family. But them other songs, I don't know. Maybe stick to Coke, man.
Listen,
but it's cool. It was good. It was good. But what Jada said, not enough.
All I'm gonna say is, I told you so. I'm sorry. I told you so. Good and cool is not classic. That's not
Never.
fire. That's low key, underline what you really want to say, but you can't say it because you already jumped out the window. That
Yeah.
shit is trash.
Trash.
Come on, man. Be honest.
It can't be either or. It's not just trash or classic. I'm not with that. I don't think it's classic. I don't think they put out classics. I just feel like there's like I said, you got Big, you got Jay. Bro, you can't get better than Coke rap than that. You just can't. So when you hear them, they're taking a piece of what they do. Remember, Jay goes introspective. He starts talking about, let's say they talk about the same things. It's a different level. Like we've seen, to me, like Fab and a lot of guys, they copy the original. And you just they ain't got the sauce. That's all it is. And there's no disrespect to them. I'm not saying it's whack. You going way too far as usual. But
all right, I'm not saying that. You doing all the talking, my brother.
Fire and classic has never come out of my mouth when it came to the clip except for grinding. I never said classic.
Everybody in the chat, y'all know what he's really saying.
No.
He's bumbling and fumbling and stumbling. He's being very indirect. What he's saying is, oh boy, you was right. That shit is trash.
Oh ball suckers.
He is not bumping. He is not bumping that shit nowhere. The fuck out of here. I've been outside. That shit ain't blasted out in nobody's car. Fuck out of here.
And that is not for nothing. That is the litmus test. Because all the chitter chatter is on social media. Where are we listening to this?
Fabian, think about it, right? Before we get the show going. Big shout out everybody in the chat, man. Come on, y'all know the drill. Share the live. Hit the like button. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, my God. Yo, you didn't have to... Yo.
Never the little
Yo, what are you listening to right now?
What's the best rap album to come out in the last 5 years?
No,
Your man got the mariachi band in the background.
I'm in New Orleans. OG know about this.
Tough.
Oh, man, beautiful.
Yeah. Nah, I just want to see my
just
brothers,
quick.
man.
Yeah, you already know, Mishu. What are you listening to in the airport while you waiting? Tell the truth. You don't lie.
The clip.
Fuck out of here. Yo, listen. That shit caught people off guard, right? I'm gonna just a 30-second story. Ice-T said back in the days, there was a lot of rappers that was great. He said, but for some reason, all you kept hearing was, I came in the door. I said it before. This is Ice-T from LA. All I'm saying is we just have to be honest. That shit is regular weed, bro. I'm sorry.
Album. It's a good album. Not classic. It's a good album. It's a good album.
Classic, the great, the good. I guarantee you next week.
It's a good album. It's a good album.
Yo,
everybody jumped out the window.
The back pedals turned into a moonwalk. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
It's a good album. Classic. It's a good album.
They were going crazy with the classic because AllBall he tried to come in from left field with that. It was a dope marketing plan. Miss Mac, I'm saying that the Clips don't have a classic aside from grinding. I like the shit with Cam. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of their songs. I love a lot of their songs, but not. You know what I'm saying? Flea, you stay in the building for the first topic?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in the late.
AllBall, you scared AllBall off already. Damn.
I'm happy to be back. That's all. I can't wait to get back.
You happy to be back? Damn, Flea's
always.
How is Flea always on just happy to be back? He said, I'm happy to be back, AllBall.
I'm happy to be back. That's all. I can't
Well,
wait
let's get it going so Flea can get into this. You can hear me?
Yeah. He said, listen, AllBall. He said, real quick, he said, I'm happy to be back. You know who else is happy to be back? CP3. You heard it. CP3 is back with the Clippers. All these guys look old. Chris Paul has signed a deal to return to the Clippers as per Shams. My son, Chararanya. He's going to reunite with the franchise. He has unfinished business, as does Harden, as does Kawhi Leonard, as does Ty Lue. Shout out to Dime Dropper. He loves CP3. He loves what he did for that squad. Flea, you on the road. What do you think about the CP3 signing, adding to the Expendables, the Clipper franchise over there? What's your reaction? What do you think about what's going on over there in LA?
Real quick, before I got on the plane to get here to New Orleans, I don't know, did y'all rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Theo, oh, I'm sorry, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Hey, go ahead, Flea.
Did y'all rest in peace him yet?
Speak a little louder, Flea.
Everything was happening in real time while I was getting on the plane, and so everybody in the airport is like watching this come on the screen, and it was a little wild. So I didn't want to put a damper on the day, but I don't know if everybody got a chance to, rest in peace him and all of that, because obviously, we love Theo. So yeah, rest in peace to that brother. That's a crazy situation. CP3 coming full circle, man. Go back to LA, finish out your career. Like I said, a lot of these moves this summer kind of feel right. Like I said, Dame going back to Portland, that felt right. CP3 going to the Clippers, it just feels right. Just end there, right? I don't think you can go anywhere else and really help a team.
The Clips broken with Pharrell again.
Nah, but for real though, like it's almost been like CP3's been a coach on the court for the last 5 years, right? He hasn't been really effective, right? He was really good for Phoenix, helped them get to the finals. But other than that, he's just been really like a coach on the court for the last 5 years. Don't be surprised if he becomes a head coach in the next 3 or 4 years. He gonna pop up on somebody's sideline. But I'm happy for the dude. I watch everything. Y'all know I see everything. So I saw OG jumping out the window, calling this team a championship contending team, calling this team the third best team in the Western Conference. That's a crock of shit. I'm going to tell y'all now. He's wrong. They are not the third seed in the Western Conference. Slow down. Slow down. Everything barring health for them. And that's always the issue. If Kawhi Leonard's not out there for them, they're not a championship contending team. So we could miss me with all of that. OKC, the Houston Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks, even a full season of Golden State might be better than this team. I don't know yet. Clippers got to show me something. Clippers got to show me something.
Oh boy, I need some pushback for Flea because again, we talked about it last week. Kawhi, no smoke, ducks to smoke. CP3 ducking smoke, Harden ducking smoke. The Expendables are ducking smoke. Like why aren't we expecting the championship? Because I'm surprised at what you're saying. Like these CP3, coach CP3 now. We want to see you coach the Clippers, help Ty Lue coach this to the championship. I think they have all the pieces. They added the kid from Utah, Collins, to help out Zubac. They can compete with what Dallas got, Houston got up front. Portland's trying to sneak in with the big front court and all that, Flea. Why you keep pushing for them not to keep ducking this smoke, Flea?
I'm not trying to duck no smoke, but they've had a team for the last 5 years. They ain't done shit. What happened? This is not like the first time we seen the Clippers and they ready to rock and roll. The Clippers was in the Western Conference Finals 4 years ago. I just forgot that. We got to take some smut off Paul George's name. The furthest the Clippers have gone in their history, Paul George is responsible for. So, like, they've been good over the last few years. I just don't feel like they're gonna be tipping over to the championship or the NBA Finals this season. Nah, it's not happening. They're not good enough. Big shout out to Ty Lue, though.
Oh boy, what are your feelings on your reaction to Flea and your reaction to CP3 joining the Clippers? In case nobody heard on Instagram, AllBall TV. What's wrong with y'all?
First and foremost, I will always put smut on Paul George's name. That will never stop. Like let's just be clear about that, right? But in all seriousness, Flea, me and you, we always disagree. Nothing but love, brother. But yes. I disagree. I think this is the year. I think finally the Clippers have an opportunity, and this is how I'm gonna break it down. We know Houston. Great, the move they made. But the same thing with Kawhi Leonard, you can say the same thing about Kevin Durant. He has to be healthy. Golden State, they don't know what they're going to do with Kuminga. They lost the big man. I forgot his name.
Looney.
Right, Looney. So with me, I don't like Golden State as much as everybody else, and so for me, I got OKC, I got Denver, and then I have the Clippers. They needed a point guard.
I forgot about them.
Right, they needed a point guard, and I think at this point, a lot of guys look at what they're doing at the age of 38, 39, 40. Guys are still producing, and I think Chris Paul is just that guy. I'm sorry, everywhere he goes, people may not like him personally, but we have to be honest. Everywhere he goes, he makes the team better. That's just what he does, and I think if this team stays healthy, which we know is a big if they can stay healthy, I don't see how this team is not title contention. Seriously, they have all the pieces. They have shooting. They have a front court. They have size. They have a superstar. They have all like. So for me, I think this may finally be the year because we know nobody goes back to back. The last time that happened was what, Golden State with
Correct.
Kevin Durant, if I'm not mistaken. Right, exactly. So we know there's going to be a new champion. And why can't it be LA versus New York? It may not be the LA that everybody's looking for, but I think that was a great move by the Clippers, and I think by Chris Paul. I think that was the best situation. To me, it ain't about him happy that he's back with the Clippers. No, they needed a point guard. And why not go get a veteran point guard who can still play the game at a high level and he can hit clutch shots? So I love the move. I think this is the year that we need to start holding the Clippers' feet to the fire. They should be title contention as time progresses and as we get close to the season. But I love the move. Their roster, fully healthy, is probably top 5 rosters in the NBA, East and West.
I gotta agree with you because AllBall, because forget about where they're at talent wise in their life, and they've all been better before in their lifetime. Everybody has. Ty Lue has been in the championship before. He's lost championships before, so he knows when he's in championship mode. But I like the feeling of it, going back to the Clippers. It's Chris Paul's final season, if we haven't mentioned that. What better way to finish off your career? It's more like a Gary Payton championship if you do win one. But I don't want to hear any excuses. Steve Ballmer has done a great job of hiring people that understand basketball. There's a bunch of basketball playing mother lovers over there in LA, and they're not wearing purple and gold. They're wearing that white, red, and blue. And there's going to be too many people on this team to come up with any excuse, because we keep talking about Kawhi Leonard being hurt. All right, Steph Curry's always getting hurt too. Let's not forget that. KD's been getting hurt plenty. A lot of these guys got hurt. OKC, they riddled with these injuries. They put up with Chet Holmgren getting hurt last year. He got hurt though. Hartenstein got hurt. A lot of injuries play a factor in this, and the OKC was able to supplant Chet Holmgren with Isaiah Hartenstein. I think the Clippers have been able to go say, yo, if Kawhi gets hurt, we got 3, 4, 5 guys that can give 25 to 20 minutes a night to fill in for whatever Kawhi's doing, just playing smart basketball. We have a chance to see some real smart basketball being played, aside from James Harden hogging the ball. And again, this is James Harden and Chris Paul reuniting again. Remember, then they have a beef in the huddle in Houston, and they almost fought each other in there. So I don't want to hear any excuses. You got smart basketball minds, and just we've seen them, genius level basketball physically that these guys have played. James Harden is peak MVP, Kawhi Leonard level MVP level, defensive player of the year. Chris Paul, 3rd in MVP votes, 2008. This I don't want to hear any excuses. They're definitely in the championship contention, and if they're not, we're gonna laugh at them. I'm gonna laugh at you, Dom. I'm gonna laugh at your squad. It's gonna happen. It just is what it is. If it was the Knicks, we would get so much smoke for having all these old fogies. Oh, look at the Knicks doing this again. Getting everybody past their prime. Yeah. Clippers are doing that. They're getting the smoke. You've been using Kawhi Leonard's face, put on the side of that stadium to sell tickets. Please, it's time to show up for that team. Enough is enough with the shenanigans. Enough.
I mean, but that's why I think it's all a pipe dream. Like it looked good. Like it looks good. It looks excellent.
Nice try, Fabian.
Roster looks great on paper, right? They did a lot of moves. Lawrence Frank earning his paper. Yeah, it looks great. They got to deliver now. So I agree with both of you guys. They absolutely should be in championship contention. It's just for me, there's a lot of guys over there that over expect. You have high expectations for them, but they low deliver. They don't deliver, right? CP3 is always that guy. Harden's always that guy, right? Kawhi is the only guy that's closed the deal with something. They just got rid of Norman Powell, right? They bring in Bradley Beal. I'm not hyped about that. I'm not really, again, they got to show me something. Is he going to play well? How do we know he still knows how to play basketball? And I'm talking about on a winning level, right? He's a pro. You can roll out the bed and go get 30. But what type of role are you going to have? You was over there in Phoenix acting like the biggest prima donna I've ever seen in my life. Like, he acted like they did him wrong or something like that. Like, you came over there and knew the expectations, and now you're going to come to the Clippers acting weird too? No. If they play at a high level, they're going to be right there. I just don't expect all of them to play at a high level. So,
well put.
Well, so for me, I think the pressure for all of these guys is going to be tremendous. I think this may be Ty Lue's last season as that coach for the Clippers. Let's be for real. Chris Paul last year. You got guys like Kawhi, and James Harden, Bradley Beal. These guys have an opportunity to right the ship. Because if they don't do something spectacular, they're going to be a laughingstock. So I think all these guys going to have a chip on their shoulder. And they're going to have to make this work. Because to me, there's no excuse. You start the preseason, you start training camp, y'all all healthy. Zubac then took another leap, another step as far as being a great basketball player now offensively. So I don't see no weaknesses with this team, barring injury. I think they should be right there. Because for me, when the Lakers make a light move, everybody jumps them in the championship contention. And we know why, because LeBron is that great. But the Clippers have guys that are that great. And when you make a move like this, Flea, for me, we have to start holding their feet to the fire. We just have to. And I think Chris Paul, a lot of these guys at this older age, listen, all you have to do is get in the playoffs and be healthy. You get in the playoffs and be healthy, this Clippers team will be dangerous to anybody. They have the experience, they have the stars, they have the guys that have done it, they have the coaching. So for me, I can say finally, the Clippers may get it done. And even if it's not a championship, we want to see these guys in the conference finals, going up against our OKC to see what they're made of. We tired of these guys flaming out. We tired of the talks of, James Harden being top 10 point guard, Kawhi Leonard being this great, blah, blah, blah. Ty Lue being one of the best coaches in the NBA. Let's see y'all prove it. Let's see y'all prove it. So for me, I'm on their ass, and I'm not saying pause. Get the job done. If they don't get the job done, Ty Lue is out of there. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all gonna have to start thinking about what y'all gonna do with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard may have to do another renegade move like what he did to Toronto. Go somewhere where you make a winning championship and load up somewhere, because this is it, y'all. I know we've been saying that for years with the Clippers. I think this right here is finally it. They don't get it done, man, listen, break that whole shit down like a good bag of you know what.
I'm gonna jump, fellas. I gotta jump on the next flight.
Yo, have a safe flight.
Yes, sir. I see y'all. I'll call y'all later, but I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Flea, my brother. Get home safe,
sir.
my brother. Safe flight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, AllBall, you said it. People have some things to prove. The Clippers you got all those veterans there that should not have an issue knowing what to do, work together, same goal in mind. And then you cross town and you have the Ish Show. The Ish Show. Yeah. The Lakers have signed Marcus Smart off waivers after he was bought out by the Washington Wizards. Marcus Smart agreed to a contract buyout with the Washington Wizards and intends to sign a two-year, $11 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers after clearing waivers. That may be an old tweet, but Shams, my son, this is big time for the Lakers. Also, they are rumored to be going after today. This is what I just saw on the wire. The Lakers are engaged in trade discussions for KCP and Dante DiVincenzo, as per Brett Siegel from the NBA reporters. Sounds like a couple of more pieces they can add over in LA. KCP would be rejoining them in LA. Be funny for Denver to go trade him now, depending on what they get back, AllBall. But what do you think about Marcus Smart joining the Lakers?
I like the move. I don't love it. I think there's other places he could have went to help win a championship, a la our Knicks. Hopefully Knicks rehab. I heard some rumors of why he didn't sign with the Knicks. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, we haven't seen great basketball from Marcus Smart in a long time. And if you notice, guys go now. The Lakers is just a team you go to just die. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Guys go over there, and next thing you know, they gone. Next thing they don't do nothing. Look at the young man from Miami. Did all that in the playoffs, get to LA, and he can't do jack shit. I think Marcus Smart, that is going to have the same effect on him. I like the move, but I don't love it. I don't think this does anything for the Lakers. They have way bigger problems. He's a guy that'll challenge LeBron, challenge Luka. So for me, just from all aspects, I think the move was mediocre. Desperate. The Lakers right now, they play for front and back pages. This is just something to do, I guess. You get Marcus Smart, 2 years, $11 million. Like I said, and that's a great trade piece. You ain't got to keep him if it doesn't work out. So for me, listen, the Lakers, we have to be for real. They are rebuilding around Luka, and that's what they are preparing to do. I think this season coming up, this is probably going to be LeBron's farewell tour, if not to retire, at least from the Lakers. So there's no pressure on them winning. I think right now it's just them trying to build around Luka Doncic. But the move is regular weed, bro. This ain't no head news. This ain't no big news. This ain't no, this ain't breaking news. This ain't none of that. It's regular shit. It's the Lakers, bro. The Lakers is trash at this point. Let's be realistic. They won one game in the first round. What is Marcus Smart going to do? What is DeAndre Ayton going to do? These are two players that, I'm going to be honest, they have a lot to prove. For me, until they do something spectacular, I don't know. Regular.
I totally agree with you. I know Marcus Smart brings toughness, but we haven't seen, Fleet was just on referencing what the Clippers have done the last couple years. What has Marcus Smart done the last couple years? And even fully healthy, he was a bonehead. And that's not what you need around LeBron and Luka. It feels like you got to play perfect around them. And like you said, like Russell Westbrook, when they traded for him, it was like, does he really fit there? I know he played great defensively on the Wizards, but again, we haven't seen Marcus Smart play in years. We just haven't. All these things about these players playing great around Luka and great around LeBron, it's not that simple. These guys, their style of play, it's not easy to go play with. I don't think so. And they are stuck, in the crossroads with, LeBron's retiring. He wants his farewell tour. Flea been colder for years. He's dangling that around the Lakers because they know a farewell tour what it did for Kobe. And they made money on that. And now, Kobe didn't have the superstar come in his final season and have to deal with this conundrum. But I don't see it being a needle mover. And then you got the Rockets playing old school style basketball. Denver is Denver. OKC, these guys, you got young dogs who are not playing any games. What the Lakers lacked last year was total toughness. Them guys ain't tough. We don't think Luka's tough. LeBron ain't tough. You old. You got punked by Ant-Man and Julius Randle. Them guys re-up. They're back in Minnesota. I don't know if they're just fielding questions for Dante DiVincenzo. I don't know what you got to offer Minnesota over there. I would think they like Dante, but I agree with you 1,000% with this one. This is going to be a boring back and forth. Lakers, this is a wash season. I don't know how Lakers fans feel about this. I don't know. I really don't, because they keep saying whatever you want. They started to come out the woodworks. They never liked LeBron. They didn't like what he brought to LA. And how do you feel about the ring? I don't know about the ring. I know if I'm a Knicks fan, it would have felt good, but I still would have felt empty when, all right, we got Luka, but now what? We're not really competitive. We can't really go fight these top tier teams, and we're out west. You playing the Rockets 3-4 times a year for the season. The same thing with Denver. The Clippers, we just talked about them. That's 48 minutes that they got somebody out there who can play competent basketball cross town. They don't share the same building with you anymore. No, not the same hallway, nothing. I don't see how this is, gonna be what is successful for the Lakers, because we don't expect them to win. What would be successful for them?
I'm being honest. When you that type of organization or franchise, there's no such thing as anything but championship. The Lakers are a laughing stock, and they've been a laughing stock. And the Clippers, the last 5 to 10 years, have been beating down the Lakers in the regular season. So for me, like I said, this move, I don't know what they expect. Like I said, I think Marcus Smart would have been better other places. But the Lakers are rebuilding. They sold the team, got a new owner, and they're making it very clear. We are trying to build around Luka Doncic. He's in his prime, and this is just what it is. But before we move forward, I'm going to just be honest. This is what LeBron's year with the Lakers? 7?
Yeah. He's played more seasons with LA than I think any time with the Cavaliers.
Listen, you got to really think about it, man. To get a guy like LeBron kind of in his prime at the age of 32, 33, 34, and for it to end like this, it's a disaster. I'm sorry. Nobody speaks about this. Nobody says it because they're scared. But you know us, they scared, but we not. LeBron tenure with the Lakers has been a disaster. From playing to missing the playoffs to losing in the first round and getting swept. Yeah, they won a championship, but we all know nobody respects that. But this Marcus Smart move, the DeAndre Ayton move, it just goes to show you how much of a clown show the Lakers are. And this new owner, I think they're here to clean it back up. Just like with our Knicks. You got to turn back into a respectable franchise. And, the Lakers picking up Marcus Smart, like I said, for me, I'd have rather seen him somewhere else. Yeah, because he could be the missing piece to a team going to the next level. That's not the Lakers. I'm sorry. I don't even know how long he may stay there.
I mean, he signed for 2 years, but I like what you just said, because that's the part of the problem. Like when you bring Westbrook in there, now you relying on Westbrook to be your third best player. That means some nights he has to be your second or first best player. So now if you bring a Marcus Smart in, what is he? So DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart are going to be your third best player on a night-to-night basis. That means sometimes DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart got to be your second or first best player on the team.
No, but they still got Austin Reeves. A lot of people is high on Austin Reeves.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
One time they said he's the best third option in the NBA. So for me, I just think the Lakers are just, you said it a little while ago with the Clippers tape. They're getting guys that's past their prime, that's over the hill, or guys that it just doesn't make sense. So why do we expect it to work? I don't know when the last time Ayton or Marcus Smart played great basketball. and we know how much help the Lakers need right now. I don't think that's enough help, but we'll see. But for me, I like the move, I guess, but I definitely don't care or love it at all.
Well, you know we love this topic coming up next. Big old Kendrick Perkins. He's out here. He heard of Kobe disrespect. He had enough. AllBall sent me this, so I know it got to be good. I didn't watch it. I wanted to see in real time what the newfound Knicks bandwagoner. I don't know how to say it. Kendrick Perkins. He got a message about the Kobe disrespect, man.
The disrespect need to fucking stop, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa.
It needs to stop. Let the man rest in peace. Get a man some space, some grace. I mean, what are we doing right now? We're around here. Every time I look up, it's something different about Kobe. And it's not positive. It's something negative. Oh, Kobe wasn't this. Kobe wasn't the primary defender. Kobe, and all. Man, shut the fuck up. Kobe Bean Bryant was like that on both ends of the floor. Take it from a guy that had multiple battles with Kobe. Take it from a guy that at the highest level, at the most important part of the season in the NBA Finals, I went to war against Kobe two times. Celtics, Lakers. Matter of fact, in that type of robbery in the NBA Finals. When it comes down to Kobe, when you talk about his defense, you talk about, the media was just praising Kobe. No, Kobe was locking the fuck up. And especially when it mattered most. And especially in the postseason. Kobe wanted smoke. Let's not act like he didn't want smoke. Let's not act like he wasn't down sliding those puppies. He was doing that. When it comes down to Kobe and where he ranks on the all-time great list, I got him top 10. I'm actually tired of debating the whole shit about what guys rank and things to that nature, but he's top 10 in my eyes. I'm going to leave it at that. Whether he has 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, whatever he is, he top 10. Top 3 most skilled player to ever play the game of basketball. He's Jordan offensively ×2 when it comes down to the offensive package that he had. And when you talk about a guy with mental toughness, I don't know if it's a guy we've ever seen that was more probably mental tough than Kobe Bryant. When it comes down to things that he was doing on the basketball floor, battling through injuries, coming back from injuries. And by the way, I'm not diving into the details of what actually happened through his bad time in the NBA off the court when it comes down to his situation with the legal issue down in Colorado. But I will say this, it just goes to show you his mental toughness. Kobe Bryant was leaving the courtroom, getting on a private jet, heading back to go play in the basketball game and giving people that work with his life on the line at the time. That man's life was on the time. His freedom was on the line. And that man was still able to come together and go find his safe place and go give people work on the basketball court, which a lot of us call our sanctuary. Do you know how many fucking guys would have tapped out? You know how many guys would say, I can't do it, man. I can't play. I can't do it right now. I gotta take a break. I'm dealing with this, which is a big deal, right? Battling the whole case. His freedom was on the line. But still throughout that time, while he was going to trial and all that stuff, he was still going back and play the game of basketball at the highest level. Guys would have been tapping out. Guys would have been away from the team. Guys wouldn't have been able to lock in and even play the game of basketball, even think about the game of basketball. And guess what? I'm one of those guys if I was dealing with something like that. So when we talk about Kobe Bryant, and this is going to be my last time even engaging and talking about this shit because it's getting out of control. Let the man rest in peace, man. Let the legend rest in peace, man. We really need to stop. I get it. We're bored. It's summertime. We done watched so many summer league games. We don't know what else to talk about, so let's bring up more discussions.
Okay. I don't know if we went on too long, AllBall, but I like what he was saying. Was persuasive. I always speak to that when Kobe caught the case, and he was showing how mentally tough he was, and I don't know how many people have been able to deal with that, especially his background that we don't know for it to be dealing with any courtrooms. It's not what he was growing up knowing about. So to be able to perform and show up. I mean, what do you feel about what Kendrick Perkins was saying?
I 100% agree with him. Big shout out also Olden Polonies. I've been seeing him pop up on the podcast. I think Bryant Shaw's on there with him, and I forgot who else. But he said the same thing. Y'all are getting out of control. See, of course, speaking about the dead is very picky, very touchy, right? My thing is, yes, rest in peace. This is what I disagree with Kendrick Perkins. No, you don't have to stop talking about a person. Just be honest. Be honest. You guys that are talking about Kobe are not being honest. He was a dog. And the niggas that are talking is nowhere near on his level. Y'all are being disrespectful for clickbait. That's what I told you. I don't understand guys that don't need clickbait to clickbait. I understand it's a business, but you're going to get the views anyway just because of who you are. We ain't got to say no names, but it's like, it's just, what's the agenda? What's behind y'all really disrespecting Kobe Bryant? What I don't like is where is the KDs, the LeBrons, where's the guys to speak up and protect Kobe's legacy? Where's those guys at? Like what Tim Hardaway did to them on that panel. Where's the guys to do that for Kobe Bryant? Like, y'all are bugging. Y'all are bugging. Why not go on Jeff Teague's platform, Gilbert Arenas' platform, LeBron, KD, any of you guys, and break it down? Y'all niggas is bugging up here. Homie was the truth on both ends of the court. Y'all bugging. And when he was alive, none of y'all would dare say that. Ever. Ever. So for me, I don't get it. I 100% agree with Kendrick Perkins. It's somebody behind the scenes having these guys do that. Because it's coming out of nowhere, bro. Seriously.
But my pushback for all this is what is the disrespect? I don't hear this disrespect, because sometimes I struggle if I do a top 10. I'm like, who I bring up these names, they're gonna be like, nah, that doesn't matter. It's like, what is so disrespectful? I have yet to hear the specifics about the disrespect to Kobe Bryant.
So we've heard Jeff Teague disrespect him as far as talking about him on defense. We've heard Gilbert Arenas numerous times disrespect him to where Rashad McCants has to check him. Bro, it's out of control.
But I'm asking what's so, because Jeff Teague said he wasn't playing defense, and he probably wasn't. He was 38 years old, whatever he was back then. And the way people talk about Kobe's defense, I always said, like, bro, he's not guarding T-Mac and these dudes night in, night out. That's too tiring. He's not physically able to, he's not capable of doing that. So when I hear it as disrespect, I'm like, nah, some people just feel that way. Like, if I feel that way, I got him close to top 10. Besides all that, I don't think them guys are on his level.
Yeah, but us saying that and having our opinions, and those guys that played against them or was there up front, like, it is disrespect. Just the way they're going about it. I go on their platform. I'm not saying you go on their platform and see how they talk about Kobe. It's not in a great light. It's just not. I'm sorry. When Jeff Teague bring up the defense, like you just said, he's 38. Jeff Teague don't bring that part up. So to a young audience, you may make it seem like the man never played defense. When in actuality, like you said, save the age he was. So
right.
It's little things that they're doing, bro, that they're nitpicking, and they're trying to fuck over his legacy. And for me, how could someone not be considered top 10 and you're the second greatest thing to Jordan? And a lot of people have Jordan as their GOAT. That's my problem. Like I said, with that Bleacher Report bum-ass list. Big shout out to that platform, great platform. But come on, bro, even with that, it's no way in the world you can name 10 players that is better than Kobe being Bryant at basketball. And he won at the highest level. So for me, I'm just disappointed that you have guys like Olden Polynice and Kendrick Perkins coming out to protect Kobe Bean Bryant's legacy. Big shout out to those brothers. But where's the guys that we really want to hear from? Like I said, I love what Tim Hardaway did up there with Gilbert Arenas in them. He set the record straight. Where's the guys that can set the record straight for Kobe Bryant? Come on, bro. A lot of them guys don't need money. They don't need clicks. They don't need none of that. Go up on these platforms and set the record straight so you don't have the world looking at that man from a basketball standpoint as if he was overrated or as if he wasn't that. Come on, bro. These guys, it's a reason for this. I don't want to go too deep into that, but it's a reason for this, bro. It is, and I just feel that is wrong.
It's the LeBron, Michael Jordan conversation because those are the perimeter guys. I see you in there, Anthony D, with like, who do you have in the top 10? Again, when I hit you with the boring answer, why isn't Moses Malone in anybody's top 10? All you guys are gonna bring up rings and this, that, and the third. And I go, okay, take away the rings. Kobe ain't had no defensive player of the year. Moses Malone is a defensive player of the year, not even considered top 10. This is insane to me. So Dom always says I'm biased to the bigger dudes in the game, but that's who the game favored back then. And with Kobe, like I said, he's Batman. He's Batman. I'm comparing him. Moses Malone is 7 feet tall. That's who he was battling against. The mama mentality. That's what got him over that whole trial that Kendrick Perkins was talking about. Because the other thing I always say that nobody talks about is exactly what Kendrick Perkins said. I don't think LeBron or Michael Jordan faced as much pressure as Kobe in that time period when it hit him. Because see, I was disrespecting Kobe, and a bunch of people were, because he was a fake Michael Jordan to us when he came to the league. And then he kept earning our respect. After a while, it was like, yo, AI, do you really, really, really care about basketball like this? He was showing you what really caring about basketball was. He internalized it. He showed it. But it took a while. And I think the word disrespect and just having an opinion about maybe he's not top 10 is not that. It's not disrespect. You could break down why you don't have him on there. But the other thing was, like you said, yeah, we speaking on the dead, but Kendrick Perkins got to stop making it seem like that's disrespectful. Bro, we're not talking about him in any inflammatory way. We're talking about basketball. Anything outside of basketball with the case or whatever it was, the beef with Shaq, it's like, bro, he did that and he still persevered. He said, nah, it's either me or Shaq. And then he came back and he proved everybody wrong. And my final point with that AllBall is Kobe wouldn't have cared. He would have embraced all of this. I think people would have been talking like this. He would have let them talk like this, and he would have made like a public service announcement. He would have been on these people's podcasts. He would have popped up because, like Flea said the other day, he was the real boogeyman. He was gonna pop up and say, "All right, I want to see you break it down to me why you think I'm not top 10 or whatever your opinion of me is." He embraced all this. So if you're a real Kobe fan, don't be mad at it. Embrace it. Argue your point. Don't be silly about it. That's your guy. So hold it down like he would.
Yeah, but you said something that I totally disagree with. There's no way in the world you or anybody in the world can make a case that Kobe isn't a top 10 basketball player of all time. Like I said, if we gonna go with the obvious, Mike, Magic, Kareem, what we say, Bird, Duncan. I mean, after that, I'm no disrespect, but I'm not putting Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain before Kobe Bryant. So I don't see how anybody can make a case for him not being top 10 greatest basketball players of all time. To me, that's where the disrespect comes from. Because if you're a carbon copy of Jordan, and 90% of the world reveres Jordan as the greatest we've ever seen, and Kobe was damn near that with a 3-point shot, I just, like I said, I just don't get it. That's just me.
But I don't think he's a carbon copy like everybody else. I think he tried to copy his game, but Kobe didn't. Jordan wasn't as skilled as Kobe. He wasn't, but he didn't need to be. That's the part that, again, these guys are he entered a phase of being dominant.
Well, hold on, because I don't understand what people say that. What do you mean Jordan wasn't as skilled as Kobe? What? In what way?
Kobe got a better handle, like you said, he got a better 3-point shot.
Now, I think the only thing he does better is shoot the three. I don't think he has a better handle than Mike. Mike has an underrated handle.
I think I'm talking about a handle where the in and out, bringing the ball up court, double, triple teams. He's gonna have counters. He's a way better ball handler than Michael Jordan. But that ain't got, again, whether we agree or disagree, I don't think defensively he's Michael Jordan. Mike was stronger. There's things about being dominant that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
physically.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think physically is just that's what Jordan was. He didn't miss them games in first 10, 20, 12 years in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, he barely missed games. Those things matter. And for me, Kobe's whole thing, how he wills himself into this conversation. And it's not disrespectful for him to be a part of the top 10, or even he earned his right to have this argument, as opposed to a Steph Curry. I don't think Steph Curry's a top 10 player, because then that's when you're saying he has a chance to be the best of all time. And I don't think Kobe Bryant has a chance to be the best of all time. I think Hakeem has that. I think for me, Moses Malone is closer to that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is closer to that. LeBron is closer to that when I think of them as ball players, because it's physically, there's nothing you could do about it. But if you didn't have those guys, guess what? I'm taking Kobe Bean. The Larry Bird conversation got to start being had as well. How many years did he play? The same way, like you said, Fish, same way they shit on Kobe about Shaq. Yo, Larry Bird had 3-4 Hall of Famers on his team for 10 years. Yeah, back-to-back MVPs. Okay, but you had Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Robert Parrish, and he gets no slack. So how come he's not getting catching any strays? Why is it Kobe? Because Larry Bird is no longer in this conversation with Jordan and LeBron. He's just not. They eclipsed him already. So do you think Larry Bird is better than Kobe?
I'm a big Larry Bird guy.
Yeah.
No. I have to put my bias to the side. He's not a better. No, but it's you can go. I wouldn't be mad if someone takes Larry Bird over Kobe. I wouldn't be mad. But for me, I think Kobe was that great. I disagree with you. I think Kobe Bryant could be the greatest basketball player of all time. He's done it at the highest levels. How many? He's been in numerous finals. He three-peated, won back-to-back. Like, he's done everything that all the greats did. Everything that Jordan, Magic, Braun, that the guys we consider GOATs, everything that they did, Kobe did. Kobe Bryant did. And for me, the way a lot of guys talk about him, just tell the whole truth. And I know for a fact they wouldn't be talking like this, Fabian. He wouldn't have to go on a platform and defend himself. They wouldn't be doing this, bro. I know they wouldn't at all. But like I said, I'm just upset at the lack of superstars not defending him. Big shout out Olden Polynice and Kendrick Perkins. But everybody else is like, come on, bro.
Real quick, I gotta disagree with that, because everybody got a podcast, and everybody wants they see what the algorithm does. They're gonna see that if I put Kobe at number 11, it's gonna get clicks. That's what those lists are made for. So Gilbert Arenas knows what he's doing. Jeff Teague knows what he's doing when he tells these stories. So I think I don't think it's fear that's necessarily doing it or inspiring them to exaggerate or whatever the case may be. I just think it's the algorithm. I think we're living in a world now where people want something to say, and maybe they were scared to say it before while he was alive, to your point. But now that he's, God bless the dead, they're using these algorithms to get a boost and to really get traction on these words.
Bro, it's no coincidence. Jeff Teague first said Jordan is the GOAT, and then was on Fat Jordan platform, or vice versa, and now he's saying LeBron is the GOAT. Come on, bro.
Or both. You sensing some bullshit out there?
We know Jeff Teague is an adopted son of LeBron James.
Damn.
It's no coincidence, bro.
Steph
Listen,
T, you get the womp womp of the night.
when. So for me, it's something behind that. Something behind that. It's something behind that. Like I said, I understand what you're saying, but for some of these platforms, they don't need to do clickbait, bro. They don't. And my thing is just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Don't sit up there and say Kobe wasn't this, wasn't that when he was. When he was. He had D Wade and LeBron shook in the Olympics. I'm running through power chest. Huh? Thought he was your brother. I think I'm running through his chest. Come on, bro. So for me, that's the only thing that I don't like is that like I said, Kendrick Perkins, Olden Polynice. But where's the other guys at? Where's the other guys? I see KD throw shots at Mike. Y'all up there laughing, drinking wine. Check these guys. Because y'all know what Kobe Bryant was. Y'all know it firsthand. LeBron and Kobe going at it in regular season games. Legendary. Y'all know what it was, bro. Y'all know what he meant when he played in the Olympics. So for me, don't do a nigga like that. Don't do a nigga like that. So I agree with Kendrick Perkins. You know, I get what you're saying. You know, everybody has a right to their opinion. But them guys, they going a little overboard, bro. And they're doing it purposely. And I just don't understand it. Like I said, if the man was alive, none of this. None of this. And like Shaq say, bro, when we bring up GOATs, how we just go from Jordan to LeBron? Like Kobe name doesn't even get brought up no more. Okay, you ain't gotta have him, but how does his name gotta get brought up if he checks all the boxes? He has a regular season MVP. He's considered a great defender. He has 5 championships. How many guys you can count that three-peated? How many? LeBron ain't three-peat. Curry ain't three-peat. These niggas ain't three-peat, bro. Mike did that shit twice. Kobe almost did it twice. Like, so for me, that's where I stand at. Tell the truth, but where's the legit guys that can really defend someone's legacy? Like I said, what Tim Hardaway did, he defended his guy's legacy. Nigga, you couldn't play back then. So-and-so will bust your ass. Y'all bugging Chris Mullin, this person. Where's the guys that do that for Kobe? That's all I'm saying.
Well, we're talking about podcasters. And you know Kenyon Martin's on the podcast. Gilbert Arenas, well, it's a show. Draymond Green is a podcast. And we back to Kendrick Perkins. You see the thumbnail. He said Draymond's a GOAT, man. Kenyon Martin, what you talking about? Kendrick Perkins. He got a message for Kenyon Martin. God damn it.
Basically said it's 200 players that's better than Draymond Green. A lot of players, the only thing that he got over a lot of players is championships and things to that nature. You damn right. You damn right. He got 4 of them things. He got 4 championships. Now, when you talk about the game of basketball and being a better basketball player, I think he brought up Al Jefferson. I think he brought up Elton Brand, and he brought up LaMarcus Aldridge. And if you're asking me if Draymond Green is a better basketball player than those 3 guys and a lot of guys, hell yeah, he is. Hell yeah, he is. He's one of the greatest defenders that we've ever seen in the history of the game. I repeat, Draymond Green is one of the greatest defenders that we've ever seen in the history of the game. When it comes down to being 6'5", 6'6", being able to play the center position when you're battling against 7-footers, being able to anchor a defense of a dynasty for this extended period of time at the highest level. Now we're sitting up here and we're saying, yeah, Draymond Green, he might not be the most skilled offensive player, right? Those guys may have been more skilled offensively when it comes down to getting the bucket, but that's all you really could say. That they were better than Draymond Green at. And now also when we talk about offense, yeah, we make fun of Draymond because he's on the back end of his career now. But
What?
Draymond Green in his prime? Draymond Green,
What
when I was
prime?
on the bench with the Cleveland Cavaliers, when the Golden State Warriors won their first championship, Draymond Green had a triple-double. I believe it was in the game 6. I think that was against the Cavs on the road. Draymond Green used to put up 30 balls when it mattered the most in the postseason.
Cut this nigga off, bro.
Kendrick, I don't know your middle name, Perkins. Oh, boy. This man referenced a Draymond Green prime on offense. Horrendous behavior by Kendrick Perkins. Horrible. I've never heard anyone reference Draymond Green's prime, offensive prime, ever in the history of basketball conversations. Oh, boy. We see you shaking your head. And you are unbiased because you agreed with Kendrick the last segment. What is your reaction to Kendrick Perkins defending Draymond Green as a GOAT in NBA history?
That take was terrible. That take was terrible. Let me just say this. Is Draymond Green going to go down as, a great player? Probably so. But this is why it's dangerous when some guys win multiple championships. Because they get put in a light that they don't deserve. I'm going to say it again. What's the difference between Draymond Green and Robert Horry? And I'm being dead serious. Dead serious. Was Draymond Green a better defender? Maybe. Maybe. But Robert Horry guarded guys taller and bigger than him, stronger than him. Robert Horry hit big shots after big shots. I'm just saying, for me, Draymond Green is nowhere near one of the greatest defenders we've ever seen. He's not even top 10, bro. He's not. We have to start being honest. 4 championships. 3 of those he had nothing to do with. I'm going to say it again. 4 championships. 3 of them he had nothing to do with. The first one, the whole world will say it. Kyrie and Kevin Love isn't hurt, they win. Remember, Draymond Green was the same guy on a 73-9 team with the unanimous MVP Steph Curry, up 3-1, and they lost in Game 7 at home in the finals. Let's not forget Draymond Green was on the court when Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant went down against the Toronto Raptors. What happened then? Where was this great Draymond Green at? 4 titles. 2 of those you credit Kevin Durant. I don't care what nobody say. Argue with yourself. They don't go get Kevin Durant. There is no dynasty. We will not be up here talking about they are a dynasty. Now, that last finals against Boston, I give him credit. But I understand what Kenyon Martin is saying. Bro, we are not going to sit up here and talk about this guy like he is legendary. And now let's talk about defense. You know why a small guy can guard 7-footers today? Because ain't none of them skilled. I could guard Rudy Gobert. What are you talking about? Seriously.
Rudy Gobert will dunk you.
So for me, come on, man. Look at our guy, Cat. Drew Holiday be guarding him. Is Draymond Green a better defender than Drew Holiday?
No way.
Come on, so that's my point. Listen, with Draymond Green, if you minus the 4 rings, bro, we don't talk about him ever. We talk about Allen Iverson with no rings. We talk about Charles Barkley with no rings. Stop putting Draymond Green on that level. Is he an NBA player? Yes. Would you love him on your team? Yes. Can he defend? Yes. But let's stop acting like he does everything great and he has no flaws. Draymond Green is not a great basketball player, bro. And those guys that Kenyon Martin named, we know he exaggerated when he said 200. But if we're talking just pure basketball, ain't nobody picking Draymond Green. Get the fuck out of here. Once again, Who do you have to defend today? You have Joel Embiid. You have the Joker. You have Cat. Where's the other great? Where? So for me, it's Kendrick Perkins. You out your mind, bro. I'm nah, seriously, you out your mind. Draymond Green is not. It is. I agree with Kenyon Martin, man, and I really agree with him. Draymond Green ain't that, bro. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's with Draymond Green. It's two separate conversations. Now, if you asking me, can those guys do what Draymond Green did? That's a different conversation. But if you're telling me he's better than this person, no, he's not. He's not a better basketball player than Elton Brand. He's not. He's just not. Now, can Elton Brand do what Draymond Green did in Golden State? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they still win, but it's not in that fashion. Or maybe they don't win. But once again, that's a different conversation. But for me, Draymond Green, the only conversation there's going to be is that he had 4 rings. And for me, I don't like that conversation when it comes to him because it makes it seem like he's more important than guys like Klay Thompson. That's who gets fucked over in these conversations. When they talk about Golden State and great defenders and what they did, where's Klay Thompson's name at? Because if we don't remember, when Klay was in his prime, he was guarding all the best guards on the opposing team. He had to guard the Kyries and the Dames and all them guys. And not saying you could stop those guys, but what about Klay Thompson before he tore his Achilles? So for me, that's the thing I don't like about this conversation with Draymond Green. Golden State did Klay Thompson dirty. And now we talking about Draymond Green as if he was just as important or more important than a Klay Thompson. Do Golden State win them championships without Klay? It ain't only Draymond Green.
Right.
So, nah, man, the niggas be giving Draymond Green too much props. Like I said, good player, but he's not ranked amongst the greats when it comes to defenders. He's just not. And like I said, without the championships, he's not spoken about. We can name how many players, John Stockton, Malone, guys that didn't win, but you still talk about them. Draymond Green is going to be able to say, I have 4 championships, and that's the only thing he's going to be able to say. And for me, 3 of those, he ain't got jack shit to say.
The Robert Horry comparison is bananas.
Okay.
Thank you, long story short, for your $2. Draymond is on the level with Bill Laimbeer. I like that more because it makes a lot more sense. Super role player. Defensively, the heart of the team.
I'm not mad at that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. Draymond does a lot more than what you're saying. He's like a defensive coordinator on the court. A lot of times we're watching the game. And Flea asked me a real ill question during the season when we were breaking down like the difference between like OG Anunoby and Draymond. It's like one-on-one. OG could probably do what Draymond is doing, let's say, arguably. But Draymond is really telling people where to go, switching in real time during a pick and roll after an inbounds play with Joker, whoever it is. I don't know if everybody's doing that. I don't know if everybody can be that vocal on the court. Robert Horry certainly ain't doing that. So he's not that far on the list as far as the impact on the team. They're not winning without him. That's just a fact for me. I'm kind of past that. I'm more shocked that he's still in the league. I don't know how he stayed in the league, beating everybody up. But defensive player of the year, he deserved it. If he won one ring in 2021, whenever it was, that's 10 years into the game already. That really isn't even his physical prime when he was physically better. So he didn't just contribute to that one. That was just the one where he just lost them a game in the finals, got benched, came back in and showed up and really punked that team and showed what he's about. But I also think that these lists, especially after that Bill Laimbeer comparison, long story short, I love that. And also the fact that I didn't realize it till I looked it up and somebody posted the active players on that top 100 list from Bleacher Report. And everybody on this list, let's say Paul George, let's say Joel Embiid, Dame, Luka, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Giannis, Joker, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James. I think this is what your point is. The fact that he's ahead of Jason Tatum. Draymond Green has never been asked to be a franchise player and the face of a franchise. That's not what he does. So it's disrespectful. That's disrespect. You cannot be in their conversation. He can't be. You might help. You got the face of the franchise. You're helping the general manager out. There's no way possible after 7, 8 years, whatever Jason Tatum got in the league, that I would ever think of Draymond Green before Jason Tatum as a basketball player. I'm just not. That's disrespect. And it leads me to believe that a lot of these lists and a lot of our arguments come from who had better careers. Whose career would you might rather have? Because I don't know if Rodman had a better career than Draymond. I don't know. He started at 24 years old. But Draymond's been with the same team for over 10, 15 years. So you can argue Draymond's career is better. Regardless of who you think you'd rather have on your team that makes you better, his career is 4 rings. I stuck by my homie. I'm the face, not the face of the franchise, but I have a heavy voice with this organization. And Rodman never had that. He struggled a lot. Rodman's life is a movie. Dennis Rodman's life is a movie. There's a lot of guys that we compare their careers and where they landed instead of individual talent, individual skill. And that's where these lists get messed up, because there's no way possible. There's no way in hell you can ever think of Draymond Green as a better basketball player than Jason Tatum. It hasn't happened. We've never seen it. So all they're saying is he's had a better career so far than Jason Tatum. That's the only argument you have, because 4 rings and whatever else he's contributed to, right? Because that shit is illogical to me, AllBall.
So for me, I just want to disagree with one thing. Just because you stayed with one team doesn't mean you have a better career than someone else. But those Golden State Warrior teams with the legendary defense, we forget it's a guy named Andre Iguodala who won a Finals MVP with Golden State. He didn't average 20. Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Tori B in the building. The ladies of AllBall TV pulling up, fellas. Y'all know the drill. Heart, thumbs up, a high. Wave to the ladies, man. Please be respectful. Tori B, good evening. Those legendary defenses from Golden State, it wasn't only just Draymond Green. They had a guy named Andre Iguodala. They had another guy named Klay Thompson. To me, that's where the conversation should start. As a team, was Golden State one of the greatest defenses we've ever seen? But to just single out Draymond Green and forget about those other guys, that's where they get me at. That's where they get me at. So I listen, man. He could never do what Dennis Rodman did, ever. If you put Dennis Rodman with those Golden State Warrior teams, they still win all those championships. I'm sorry. He's just as, listen, that's just my opinion.
I don't know, yeah, but I don't know about that because that's disrespectful. Because there was a bunch of Draymond Greens back in the day. That's the problem. Today, I don't know if Rodman can stay on the floor for that long. He can't shoot. He's not bringing the ball. Draymond brings the ball up. He's running the offense a lot of times. Rodman wasn't known for that. I'm not talking about what you think he would do, how he would adjust. That's not what we saw. And Draymond can compare career-wise. Where he can't compare with me and you agree is that if you pluck him back into the 80s and 90s, dog, you ain't the outlier. You got Mason, you got a lot of these guys that can really compare to Draymond Green back then. But in this era, bro, Draymond he's the only one doing that with that motor. We talk about the Mamba mentality. He's the guy who's got out there night in, night out, who's competing. Dennis Rodman was not competing night in, night out. We forget what happened in San Antonio. Everybody forgets this. What happened at the end of the Detroit run? These are lows in his career. Draymond has a lot of lapses, but when he's on that court, he's competing. Regardless of what you think of his talent, he's showing up to try to punk the other team and just compete on defense in general. The way he's talking shit to Cat, he's playing mind games still. He's year 13 in the league already. Rodman wasn't really on top of the game like that, and I don't remember Rodman having this much say so for any organization. So yeah, it's the same team, but career-wise, I don't know if I'd rather have Rodman's career over Draymond's. I don't know. Would I rather be built like Rodman? Hell yeah, that motherfucker's a sculpture out there.
Listen, back-to-back champion with the Detroit Pistons, three-peat with the Bulls, was there with the greatest team ever assembled, 72-10, won the title. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Draymond Green can't compare to Dennis Rodman. It's not, for me, it's not even close. We can have that argument another day. But for me, like I said, Draymond Green was part of a great situation, but he's not the only guy. He wasn't the only defender.
Hold on, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the Bulls had a 3-year run like that with the incredible run at that second three-peat. And y'all were talking about Dennis Rodman averaging 17 and rebounds in San Antonio, bro. They wanted him out on Chicago. He was flying out to Vegas. Like, come on now. Like, there's things about him that aren't necessarily great, and we will never talk shit on. No, Draymond has his lows, but he's a part of this dynasty with the Warriors. It's been going on over 10 years, bro. The Bulls ain't do that. And Rodman didn't do that with any team. So, yeah, Draymond's career is tough. I don't
know what you're talking about with dynasties compared with Chicago and Golden State. It's not even close.
How long was the Dennis Rodman Chicago Bulls dynasty run?
They three-peated.
Exactly. The Warriors been around for over 10 years. Two or three different styles of teams they won with.
Did the Warriors three-peat?
No.
All right then. So for me, and to me, that's where the conversation stops. You can say what you want about the Chicago Bulls. They three-peated, bro.
Cool.
They three-peated.
Yes. And the Warriors have won 4 championships, went to like 5 or 6 straight championships. Like, what they did was incredible too. And Draymond has a lot of say-so in that. So he's earned his right to this argument. His career is in this argument. I ain't saying skill-wise, I ain't saying talent-wise. You could choose better players if you want, in your opinion. But career-wise, this is a tough career, man. Very tough.
Yeah, but having a good career, okay, but him being on certain lists, him being spoken about as if he's one of those, I would never agree to that. And like I said, those Golden State Warrior teams, they have a lot of great defenders on it. Just like Chicago. A lot of teams have a lot of good defenders. Like I said, Chicago had Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, Scottie Pippen. Remember, San Antonio, you got David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Bruce Bowen. So a lot of these teams have numerous defenders. Let's stop acting like Golden State Warriors only had one great defender. In their run, you had Andre Iguodala and you had Klay Thompson. That's my only issue. Let's stop acting like that man did it on his own. No. You had great defenders all around. And that's just my problem with that.
Everybody deserves credit. Y'all don't do it for Mike, though. Y'all don't do it for LeBron either. It's only them. When it comes to Draymond, we got to mention everybody else. How dare you, AllBall? How dare you? Speaking of everybody else, speaking of Mike, LeBron, Draymond, they all getting paid, man. They all getting paid. And some other people, some ball players, some ballers out here, AllBall. Fix your face. The WNBA ladies, they want to get paid too, man. They want to get paid too. Pay us what you owe us. Huh? Sabrina got a strong face, man. Caitlin, what you whispering? Pay us what you owe us. And of course, it's been controversial with the WNBA ladies wanting to get paid more. Somebody chat GPT'd, has the WNBA ever made a profit? And the short answer from chat GPT was no. The WNBA has never turned a profit as a league since its inception. While some individual teams reached profitability in earlier years, the overall league has operated at a loss, even during recent boom seasons. Jeez Louise. Ladies, AllBall, what is your reaction to the WNBA ladies. Pay us what you owe us, damn it.
You know these topics I try my best to stay away from, right? I try to stay away from politics, ladies, other things, right? But this right here, it's like served on a platter. What are y'all talking about, bro? Listen. This is no disrespect. I love the ladies, love the ladies, but the WNBA might be the worst sport to watch out of all sports. I'm just saying. Women's volleyball is more exciting. Bro, we got to start being honest. I can't pay you $100 if I'm making $80. I can't pay you $100 if I'm making $80. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Where's the Caitlin Clark hype? Big shout out Angel Reese. She's the one keeping the WNBA alive. All that Caitlin Clark came here and we got private jets and all this bullshit. She don't even get on the fucking court. I don't even think she averaging 20. That's the real talk. The Caitlin Clark hate was deserved. She is overrated. She is overhyped. But that WNBA All-Star game, bruh, that shit was the worst shit I've ever seen. Like, come on, man.
Worse than the men's All-Star game?
Bro, at least with the men's, you won't get some three-point shots knocked down and some alley-oop dunks. Bro, them bros just pulling from the 4-point line and just bricks. But yo, listen, man, miss layups. They just got 2 or 3 expansion teams. I don't know what else more do they want. But how long can I keep putting out and taking a loss, no matter how much money you think I have? It's just that I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But to really try to make that statement is just comical, man. It's comical. What do we owe y'all? What I don't get it, bro. They need to relax. But what the WNBA needs to do, instead of getting behind Caitlin Clark, get behind Angel Reese. And then now when Juju Watts comes, you get behind her. Y'all got behind the wrong player. Let's be realistic. Angel Reese got it all. Social media presence, sexy, pretty. And I don't look at her like that because I'm just little girls to me. I'm grown. But I'm just saying, if you want to get behind a brand, get behind a brand. Don't make one up. The young lady ain't winning college. Yeah, great shot maker. But you get to the WNBA, you ain't doing shit. How many great players we seen come into the WNBA and win? The list goes on and on and on and on. Come on, bro. Like, the product isn't good enough for y'all to be wanting the money y'all want. I'm sorry. That's just the honest truth. That WNBA All-Star game, that shit was horrific, bro. That shit was horrific. And I don't care what nobody say. It's difficult to watch them games, man. It just is. So we building you stadiums. They're not being sold out. The jerseys are not selling. The Bears and the Franks is. What do y'all want us to do? So listen, man. They need to be easy because, no disrespect, but if the WNBA stopped today, I don't think people would care. Seriously, the product is that bad, bro. And I've never wanted to say that because I root for everybody. I root for them young women. I root for them, but come on, y'all gotta be honest. When we watch the games, when we watch the highlights, bro, it's bad. I'm sorry, it just is. It just is. And for me, I don't know what the hell they was thinking about wearing them shirts. Seriously, like you can't look at the NBA and go, them dudes is getting $300 million contracts. I want that. Huh? Do we understand LeBron James, what he does in jersey sales, sneaker sales, he's just a super duper star. Bro, it's more. And you can't look at something or somebody else and think you deserve that. Y'all don't deserve that. Do what Angel Reese is doing, bro. They are building brands outside of the game. You use the game for a stepping stool. Like I said, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Juju. I just hope that they put the hype behind her that they did behind Caitlin Clark. Seriously. But a lot of people owe Angel Reese an apology. She worked on the game and she's killing right now. But for me, wearing those shirts, that shit was comical, bro. Once I seen that, I said, I'm not watching this shit. And then when I see the highlights, I said, thank God I ain't watched this shit. Terrible. Terrible. But them bros is crazy, bro.
So I think at first glance, it makes sense with what you're saying. They're not turning a profit and they always lose money. But when it comes to losing money, they're not losing as much as they used to. Before Caitlin Clark got there, they had an investment fund for like $1 billion for the WNBA. They had WNBA teams that were like worth $2-3 billion. Now they're worth $250 million. Dave Portnoy just came out and he broke it down better than anybody else. He said it's easy to look at it like that they're losing money. But if you offered me a WNBA team right now for $250, I'm taking it. They don't have to report their losses. They don't have to report a bunch of stuff. They just mix themselves in with the NBA, and they just got a $2 billion deal for TV rights. There's way too much money floating around revolving them. And it has everything to do with the same thing I say about Draymond Green. Bro, they go viral. Say whatever you want. These girls are going viral. These young ladies are going viral. Angel Reese helped make that happen. Caitlin Clark helped make that happen. Angel Reese should get as much credit as Caitlin Clark because you try to make her into the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rivalry. And also, she gave you another avenue where it's like, we got to keep it real. The WNBA does not look like what it was when we were growing up.
Fabian, real quick. But certain players are going viral, and it's not because of basketball, though, bro.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Draymond Green does not go viral because of basketball.
No. Yeah, no.
In the face, kicking people in the nuts, and
but that's on the basketball court. What
Correct.
I'm saying is these young ladies are going viral, and then they're not producing on the basketball court. I just seen some shit. The WNBA just had 2 girls I never even knew existed. They said they was the life of the party for the WNBA weekend. Right. But on the court, I don't even know who they are.
So it's the same shit with the music industry. They say music doesn't make any more money. So what all these artists do, they put the music out and they sell everything else around that. So it's the same thing with the WNBA. We're going to go play basketball, if that's what you want to call it, in front of everybody, but they're not selling basketball anymore, bro. They can't be. There's no way you're telling me people are spending $2 billion. They're not doing that by accident. They want to go viral. They want to put a brand attached to these ladies to sell their brand. The other girl, I forgot the girl from Rutgers. She's nice. Or she looks like she got a little handle and all that. The girl from Dallas, I forgot her name. I don't know their names like that. To your point, you're supposed to be building these names up. Juju Watkins has to be built up. She looks like a star out there. She plays like a star. She's going viral. She's dating the quarterback from the Redskins, it looks like, or the Washington Commanders, excuse me. So they're not asking for the money that they're losing. They're not asking for NBA money. They're seeing that there's billions of dollars being circling them, and they're saying, hold on, we making $75,000? Like, you gonna pay us like a regular normal civil servant job? That's what they're saying. I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at them fighting for more money when you got to go to that negotiation table and be like, I don't care what we lost. That's your job for not backing us the right way.
Bro, it's listen, it may be 10 WNBA players that may deserve a decent amount of money. Bro, the rest of them don't deserve it, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, you ain't selling jerseys, you ain't selling sneakers, you ain't like, I'm sorry, bro. Out of them rosters, bro, it's listen, I don't want to keep bashing them because, like I said, I root for them, but it's just
listen, hold on. I don't watch it. I can't watch it. That shit is not great.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because we have to be honest. It's not where does it rank on the list of best basketball, the best form of basketball you're gonna go watch? The NCAA women be competitive night in, night out more than that. Then you gotta go to like the NCAA men is more competitive than the NBA, the professional league. So this is what you up against. Flat like this is a game that dudes do way too much in the game to get us to buy into their brand and shit like that.
Bro, they shoot bricks, they miss layups. What, like, bro, it's just bad. I'm sorry. It's just somebody gotta call it how it is. It's just bad.
So hold on. So how do you explain people putting up $2 billion for it?
Because once again, you know, they're seeing the money that is generating outside of basketball. That's what I'm saying. And I get that the ladies is maybe they need to be honest with that. Pay us what you owe us because we see the money that y'all are generating. Because, all right, let me try to word this right. It's not because of the game.
Right.
They're generating that money. So, yeah, some of them do deserve it, but everybody don't deserve it. People like Angel Reese, the young lady from the Vegas, Aja, I don't know, I think Wilson. It's certain players that they are drawing attention and attraction. I agree. But you can't have the regular players. You just can't, bro. You just can't. Like I said, you have a league where there may be 10 players that you recognize. Everybody else, you just don't. You just don't. So I understand it's a touchy subject. You know, if you owe me something, yeah, pay me. But we got to be very careful because what are we really talking about? What are we really talking about? Because like I said, the product, the game itself, I'm being honest, bro. That shit is unwatchable. I'm sorry.
I agree. But the other thing is this. Juju Watkins is not in the WNBA. She's in the NCAA. So if we're seeing more and more talented girls, young girls come up and about to make it to the NBA, the WNBA, there's a potential rivalry with Caitlin Clark or whoever, regardless of how you feel about her talent-wise. She's a superstar. She's rivaling NBA player superstardom. Who's to say Juju Watkins comes to the NBA and they don't have a real Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rivalry, and now the ratings really do explode? You'd rather handle your business right now and say, nah, I want double my pay before this girl comes into the league, takes over. We have a super rivalry, and y'all still paying us the same amount while y'all get all the cash. Great
point. But how many times are we going to expect these rivalries and one of them don't play or the game doesn't amount to what we think it like? Bro, it's too many question marks with this shit. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, but you'd rather sign that contract now than when it's too late.
Bro, Caitlin Clark ain't playing an all-star game, bro.
Yeah.
like, bro, the biggest star did not play an all-star game. Look at the smoke we gave LeBron. Come on, bro. So I don't know what statement y'all trying to make, but listen, kudos to them. I hope they get what they deserve. But like I said, stop looking at the NBA and thinking y'all deserve that. Like, come on, man. You can't. That's the thing I just want to say. You can't do that. That shit is different. That's all I gotta say about that.
You heard them.
Ball suckers.
Of course, shout out to Flea.
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Never, as he would yell out. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 8 p.m., we shall be on FYF Sports, simulcasted, AllBall TV. Check us out everywhere. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We over here reacting to all these shenanigans in the summertime. It is July. It is hot as hell. Taking these headphones off. This AC ain't pumping right. Sick of it. But I love y'all. Love my guy, AllBall. Flea. Safe travels, my brother. Peace. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.